Your grandfather bit into lettuce that made his mouth sting, real bitter stuff that the plant made for protection. Back then, your grandfather could choose from over 40 kinds, each one sharp and unforgettable. Today, most lettuce tastes like water, the kick almost gone, just a crunch. Those 40 varieties have shrunk to 3. The bite your grandfather felt? Almost nobody feels it now. Why did all that flavor and those chemicals disappear? The answer isn't what you expect, and it changed everything from your dinner plate to the way America eats. Every variety had its own bite. That bitter flavor wasn't just flavor. It meant the plant was defending itself, building up those chemicals under the sun. Your grandfather's salad had a punch because the leaves were full of those protective compounds. He didn't need a science book. His mouth told him every time. Your grandfather remembered each bite. Now, most lettuce is pale and soft. Your grandfather could pick a lettuce for every mood or meal. Maybe he wanted a soft butterhead for a sandwich, or a curly oak leaf for Sunday dinner. He might have tried brown Dutch, a favorite since Thomas Jefferson's day, or gone for something new that year. Every catalog was like a menu of flavors, textures, and colors. If he wanted to plant a row, he had dozens of options. If he wanted to try something bold, he just turned the page. Today, most stores offer 3 types, maybe 4 if you're lucky. Back then, your grandfather's garden could hold more lettuce variety than a whole modern supermarket. That's the kind of richness you could hold in your hand, just by opening a catalog. The world of greens was wide open. If he waited a day or two, the whole thing would wilt and spot, no matter how careful he was. That bitter stuff inside, the chemicals the plant made to protect itself, was part of the problem. Every little nick or squeeze made the cut spots turn brown even faster. The leaves could not handle rough handling or long waits. Your grandfather knew the rules. Lettuce had to come from a farm close by, never more than 20 miles away. If it traveled farther or sat around too long, it would be limp and streaked with brown before it ever reached the dinner table. He saw it happen every season. Crates full of greens, fine in the morning. But by the next day, half of them were already turning. No amount of cool water or shade could fix it. Once the leaves started to go, there was no stopping it. That's why your grandfather's lettuce was always local, always fresh, and always at risk. It was fragile. Every meal was a race against time and the slow creep of brown spots. He saw the waste and the disappointment, year after year. And he knew something had to give if lettuce was going to go any farther than the next town. Refrigeration changed everything your grandfather knew about lettuce. In the 1970s, a new kind of truck rolled out, one with a built-in cooling system. These were called reefers, and they let lettuce travel farther than anyone thought possible. Now, instead of a quick ride from the next farm over, heads of lettuce could ride 3,000 miles across the country. It did not matter if you lived in New York or Chicago. Your lettuce was probably picked in California and spent almost 2 weeks on the road. But old-fashioned lettuce could not handle that journey. The leaves would bruise, brown, and turn to mush before they ever reached the store. So breeders got to work. They created a new kind of lettuce, dense and crisp, with thick leaves that did not mind being stacked, packed, and chilled for 14 days. By 1975, this was not just a test, it was the standard. Lettuce could survive a coast-to-coast trip and still look fresh on the shelf. Your grandfather's lettuce could not have made that haul. His would have wilted in a matter of days. The new varieties gave up the bitter chemicals that turned leaves brown so fast. The price was flavor, but the reward was distance. Suddenly, greens were not just local, they were everywhere, all year, for everyone. Lettuce was a treat, Only 4 months a year, maybe once or twice a week. A single head, if you could get it, cost as much as $4.50 in today's money. Most of the year, it just wasn't there. Now the country has 335 million people. Lettuce is always on the shelf, 12 months a year. The price is about $1.50 per head. That means you can eat it every day, not just on special occasions. It's not just you. Every town, every city, every state gets lettuce all year. In 1964, a group of shoppers sat down for a taste test. On one side, lettuce with the sharp, bitter kick your grandfathers knew. On the other, a new, mild leaf, soft, almost sweet, with hardly any bite at all. 75 out of every 100 picked the mild one. The numbers didn't lie. People wanted something gentler, something easy to eat. By 1985, 9 out of 10 heads in the store were the mild kind. The old bitter types faded out. It wasn't a secret plan. It was a vote, one taste test at a time. Your grandfather's lettuce lost, plain and simple. The world moved toward mild, and the shelves filled up with what people chose. The bite, the sting, the wild flavors, those left with your grandfather. The rest became the new normal, one quiet choice after another. Every head of lettuce on today's shelves is proof of a choice. 40 kinds down to 3, bitter gone for shelf life and price. Feeding 335 million means compromise. The taste of your grandfather's greens lingers only in memory, shaped by what scale and distance demand. Thanks for watching.